Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at the 5 best computers under $1,000 in the market for this year. First, we're going to show you our 5 best picks, then we'll talk about what you should look for before buying a computer under $1,000. You can find timestamps and links to all of the products we mentioned in this video down in the description below. Let's get started. Number 4. Acer Aspire TC885UA92. For those who just need a standard office PC that isn't going to slow you down, you can ensure you're getting the very best value with this Acer Aspire. It beats all the HP and Lenovo competitors at this price point on performance and is on the upper end of a budget office PC. It's compact, making it easy to fit under your desk with a sleek design. The angled and ribbed front panel makes it look a lot more expensive than it actually is. The specs are well above what they should be at this price, with an Intel Core i5-9400 processor, 12GB of memory and a 512GB SSD. It may be a bit more compared to cheaper budget options, but it definitely makes a difference in speed. Under performance tests for basic tasks like spreadsheets, browsing and video conferencing, it beats most of the competition. Number 3. Dell Optiplex 7070. With a huge range of PCs spanning from full-featured powerhouse laptops all the way to gaming desktop tanks, there really is something for everyone in Dell's desktop line. The Optiplex range gets our nod here for versatility, slim profile, and all those features dovetailing under a pretty impressive price point. There's a 9th generation 2GHz Intel i5 chipset that'll serve you well for most tasks, and because it works well in the chassis, it most likely won't give you any throttling trouble. The machine can accommodate up to 64GB of DDR4 RAM to support your temporary storage needs, and there's an internal solid-state drive with 128GB of headroom for amazingly fast boot speeds. The Intel UHD Graphics 630 card provides good visual support, though it's important to note that it shares its RAM needs with the computer's central memory. Number 2. HP Pavilion Desktop 2020. HP's latest Pavilion desktop might not look like much, but when it comes to office work, it's a must-own. It offers an AMD Ryzen 5 processor, 8GB of RAM, and a 2TB hard drive. You'll typically find plenty of space available in computers that fit in the office desktop world, but the 2TB hard drive offers ample space for the inevitable build-up of files, documents, and PowerPoints that'll accrue over the years. Beyond the hard drive, there's a DVD burner, multi-display support for both HDMI and VA output, as well as 2 USB 3.0 and 4 USB 2.0 ports. The 15-pound Pavilion is no lightweight, but it's small enough to fit underneath a desktop and be completely out of sight. The inclusion of 802.11ac offers a higher speed connection, which is ideal for computers in an office environment where faster speeds are essential for downloading and uploading large files. Number 1. HP Pavilion 24. If you're using your computer for any sort of visual work, it's extremely important to consider how the screen looks, behaves, and how it interacts with the computer itself. Getting an all-in-one from HP's Pavilion line ensures that your screen is as in tune with the computer as possible, because it's built in. For just under $1,000, this machine gives you an Intel Core i5 quad-core processor that delivers the power required for basic video editing. Plus, you have the option to increase up to 16GB of DDR4 RAM, actually pretty impressive for such a slim machine. The 1TB SATA hard drive can store high volumes of media files, and there's an HD Graphics 630 card for decent visual rendering. Of course, that screen we mentioned gives you 24 diagonal inches of real estate, and even though it's only Full HD, the bright IPS display tech gives you great viewing angles for the pixels you have. Now that we've shown you the best computers under $1,000, let's talk about a few things you should look for before buying one. GPU. Graphics cards accelerate the manipulation and creation of images, useful for things like video editing and, in particular, gaming. It's only professional video editing and gaming that really requires high-quality GPUs, but the top GPUs are seriously expensive. Most PCs under $1,000 aren't going to include a GPU that can handle 4K gameplay, but you can get decent 1080p gameplay if you shop around. If you're not a gamer, then integrated graphics will do just fine. CPU. The processor or central processing unit is like the brain of the computer that handles all the tasks. More CPU power means it can handle more intensive tasks or more low-end tasks all at once. Most PCs feature Intel processors, i3, i5 or i7, ranging from least to most powerful. An i3 can handle basic tasks like internet browsing, checking emails and light streaming, but might struggle with a lot of open Chrome tabs and Office applications. An i7 can handle intensive multi-threaded tasks like development, video editing, and multi-threaded games. For most general users, an i5 will be more than sufficient. RAM. RAM is the memory of your computer, and the more you have, the more tasks can be completed simultaneously. A low RAM means a sluggish computer. RAM should ideally be 8 GB on a Windows system for a comfortable experience, as even Chrome is RAM hungry. This will be enough for most. Professional content creators ideally need 16 GB, and gamers might want to aim for this too, though a high-quality GPU is more important.